Morning.
Hey, I was just playing around with audio. What's going on?
Not much. I just saw the space. Hey, good morning. How was the Zoom yesterday?
It was pretty great, actually. Yeah, we have funny enough, we're starting to do them more and for different reasons. So, like Manish wanted to show me how he was mapping out the entire talent landscape for his recruiting. So he showed me that, and then we met with Christian for the voice acting. It looks like we have a critical mass to do the masterclass, which is
That's
great.
that's wonderful. And I'm trying to like piece together bits and pieces from like the times that I like dipped for 2 weeks and came back. So, but
Yeah, yeah,
it sounds, no pun intended, pretty good.
yeah. It's sometimes you know how it is. Uh, anything, anyone worth having a meeting with is sometimes hard to get. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. So it's like,
Yeah.
and now we have, all right, so when do you want to do this course? Well, I'm on Indian time and I'm in California and you're in Miami and I'm in Toronto and Peter and Hurls and Lagertha, they're in Australia. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard, you know?
Right. Like, yeah. So, yeah, congrats on that.
We need to solve for time.
You what?
We need to solve for time. Everyone's like chewing around the edges of all these use cases. We need to solve for time so that everyone on the call can do the call together at the same time, even though it's not the same time, you know?
I mean, yeah, the latency I think is going to be our biggest problem, but the way that Twitter Spaces compresses the audio from my mouth to what your ears hear, I think we could get there.
Yeah, I've been playing around. Like I have a microphone here that works. I just haven't figured out how to listen to people when they talk back to me.
So,
It's like,
so,
hey, listen to me. I'm sounding really good. What
so
was
I
that?
would say I've
Yeah.
got an idea. So, like, I think it'd be interesting. So, if you've got two phones and a desktop,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, the
Hmm.
other thing though is muting the mic'd and listening as an audience member. There's a significant delay. So if you are on the stage,
Significant delay. Yeah.
significant, and the audio quality in the audience, there's a skip sometimes. And so the only way to get rid of that is to go up to the stage. But if you're interested in doing this with an audio quality that's like actually decent, and I don't know of your experience with Clubhouse, it's so much easier to be on Twitter because then you can just be on Twitter and stay here for life like I do. But the Clubhouse audio and latency is night and day. Also, like LinkedIn's audio stuff is actually supposed to be pretty good. And there's a good follow. His name's Dr. M. He is studying this whole thing. So good morning. Did I rug? Or is there a latency?
No, I was just typing something at the top. So the company that created the software that Clubhouse uses for their audio, they actually provide a real time. Uh,
Is it the
in,
Agora?
yep,
So we talked about that already, right? Is that the one that
yep,
Jeff applied for?
yeah, yeah.
Dolby also. Dolby. Dolby IOs things too.
Dolby, you mean like
Like
the
the
sound
Dolby.
company? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
they do little the things where it's like removing the background stuff. We looked at it for Dispatch Justice because they also have a video component. It seemed similar to Agora when I was able to review the website. So, what are your goals for today, Mike?
My goals is First of all, I have to write down, write them down, and then do them.
Hey, that's setting goals. Sounds like you got a
Yeah,
plan. Goal number one, write the goals. Goal number
write them
two,
down.
do the goals. Actually, you know what? Just write the goals down. Make that the
Look,
goal.
I think what we need to do, write the goal, and then like manifest said goal.
Well, so
You
having
know.
written the goal, you finish the goal. So goal complete. Mission accomplished.
Well, I'm going to need image, emotion, and conviction, and then experience it like it already happened. Oh, interesting. I should do that. So let me experience it like I already did lab number 9. Yay. Good job, Mike. That was great. How'd you do it so fast? Well, most of the work was done yesterday. So all I need to do is make a list of everything that I should have done in critical path, which is just, I mean, you've chopped up all the episodes, so all we have to do is slide things in. That's what she said. Okay, good. Thank you. So I imagine it like it already happened. Feeling pretty good. Got that done today. People love it. It's looking great. It's world class. It's what I wanted. All right. So now we're done lab 9.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to be doing lab 11.
That's next. After 10, of course.
Right. Well, 10 was actually done yesterday, right? No, that was the day before yesterday.
Man, that was done like last week.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
You know what? We do really need to work on this latency for time because this is just a shit show.
I like it. So I'm going to do those videos, a bunch of comedy work to do for some of the
I mean, but
comedians.
right? The riff. It's the riff, really, right? The riff raff. Dan does good riffing. He gives good riff.
Oh, wait, that would be a great name for a dance album, Riff Raff.
And then I want to do the review that says Dan gives good riff.
A RIF is a registered retirement income fund. Yes, it is, yeah.
Registered retirement income fund. That's a riff. A
Mm-hmm.
riff.
Yeah, it's retirement planning for tigers. When are you gonna
And
when are you gonna
they're
retire,
right.
Tony?
Tony the Tiger is getting
Never.
very. He is now endorsing riff. He's like, oh, I'm thinking of what's that guy that did the reverse home mortgages? Like, oh frick, Tom Selleck. Oh, as I get older, sorry.
Love it.
Because Tony the Tiger is now wearing a sweater vest.
Tony the Tiger wearing a sweater vest is a great prompt. I would love to see Tony the Tiger like after after they call cut,
He needs readers.
right? And he's and he's like, "What do we have to do now? I did that fucking yesterday." You know, he just
But
upset on the
of
screen.
course he did it yesterday. It was number 9, right?
Yeah, true.
He was. But hold on, real quick. If Tony the Tiger, do you ever do the start the Tony the Tiger jingle and then end with the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup? Because I just tried to. Uh, how's Tony?
Folgers.
No, wait, is there a song related to Frosted Flakes?
Um,
My
I
brain
don't
may
remember
actually have
one.
died.
Maybe it's the Berenstain Bears thing,
Wait, there weren't songs for Berenstain Bears.
but it's like that. You know that whatever. What was it called? The Mandela effect or Mandela effect?
The wait, the Mandela effect.
Something like that. Yeah.
Which
You
where
know.
did the thing
Sorry.
keep going?
Oh yeah, it's a. You know, I think some people believe that like people can change time, and so they're like changing letters just to fuck with people.
You mean like where they inverted the with the Bernstein stain thing?
Yes. Yeah. Or it's like so, like,
I think it's just
like,
massive gaslighting.
yeah, yeah. That's what it seems like.
What were we even talking about just then? Show them your tiger. Show them what you can do. The best part of waking up is soldiers in your cup. Show
I
them
think
your.
I think
That's two jingles, right? That don't go together.
um
Show them your something. Show them what you can do.
gave me an idea.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
Google
I'm
things.
gonna read a I'm gonna start reading a chapter a day of this book, Beyond Positive Thinking. I need to read it again.
Is it about being negative, like moving beyond? How about let's not put pressure on our thoughts. Let's just let them be. I didn't mean to say that. It's probably a good book. I didn't mean to say that. I was hedging on
No, I
myself.
like it. Uh, um, this this is just a quick excerpt from this book. In the beginning, it goes, "The universe is like a river. The river keeps on flowing. It doesn't care whether you're happy or sad or good or bad. It just keeps flowing. Some people go down to the river and they cry. Some go down to the river and they're happy, but the river doesn't care. It just keeps flowing. We can use the river and enjoy it, or we can jump in and drown. The river just keeps flowing because it's impersonal. And so it is with the universe. The universe that we live in can support us or destroy us. It's our interpretation and use of the laws that determine our effects and results. We can only receive what our minds are capable of accepting. We can go to the river of life with a teaspoon, and someone else may go with a cup. Someone else may go with a bucket, and yet another person may go with a barrel. But the abundance of the river is always there and waiting. Our consciousness, our ideas, our frame of reference, and our belief system determine whether we go to the river of life with a teaspoon, a cup, a bucket, or a barrel." I'm going to read one chapter a day every morning.
Can you reread the last line, if that's okay?
Yeah, absolutely. uh, we can only receive what our minds are capable of accepting. We can go to the river of life with a teaspoon, and someone else may go with a cup. Someone else may go with a bucket, and yet another person may go with a barrel. But the abundance of the river is always there and waiting. Our consciousness, our ideas, our frame of reference, and our belief system determine whether we go to the river of life with a teaspoon, a cup, a bucket, or a barrel. If we're impoverished in our thinking and have gone to the river of life with only a teaspoon, we may curse the little we have in our teaspoon. We may curse others who have more than we do. But remember, whatever we curse will curse us. The river of life is there and it's overflowing with abundance. We can come to the river of life with a teaspoon, a bucket, or a barrel anytime we want. What we take from the river of life is up to us. The only limitation is in our mind. The truth is we can have anything we want if we'll give up the belief that we can't have it.
I love it. So that has like that reminds me a lot of but it doesn't matter because it's not about me. I think that's really lovely.
Every time I come across this book, I've read it like maybe 5 times throughout my life. And every time it feels like I'm reading it for the first time.
Oh,
I'll send you the PDF. Once we have accepted an idea, it's an idea whose time has come, and there is nothing we can do to stop it. If we've accepted an idea of lack and limitation, it's an idea whose time has come for us. There is nothing that we can do about it except to change our mind. If you plant a seed, it's going to grow. If you plant a tomato, you'll have a tomato. The tomato won't change its mind and become a cucumber because it thinks a cucumber is better for you. The soil will give you tomatoes as long as you keep planting them, even if you're allergic to tomatoes.
I'm lost on that one, but that's probably because I kept thinking of food.
Thinking about making a BLT at this point.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Mm,
What time zone are you in?
Eastern.
So you're 9:24.
That's right.
My CRV right now, I think it's January 26, 2003, but the time on it, like the hour, is finally correct. First time it's been correct since January 1st or December 31st, 2021. And ever since then, it has been January 1st, 2002 at 12:37 p.m. every single time I restart my car. But you want to talk about time latency?
I'm trying to think, what was I doing? And I think
It,
I started university in 2000.
yeah, no, it's fucking. I just realized it was Groundhog fucking Day in my CRV every single day. It wasn't just me; it was some like bug in the make and model for a couple of them, and they were like, "Well, by the time I googled it, it was they had anticipated resolution by October, which deadline met." So anyway, yeah, that was trippy. I would do the same thing where I would look at the clock and say, "Wait, where was I that day?" But then it never changed, so it kind of became that day for a really long time. Oh, I'm not. Are we in the syndicate right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I'm just
This
trying to think. In
the
2002, January, uh, what time is it? It's Saturday. I'd probably be studying.
twelve
I'd
thirty
probably
seven
be,
p.m. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I'd probably be with my books. I used to have this setup where I had my laptop when I would study. I'd have my laptop in the middle on my desk in front of me, and then to my left, I had two. Remember book stands? Those things you could fold out and it would hold the book up for you. You ever use those?
What were you studying?
What or where?
What?
Oh, I was studying business.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
curious.
Hmm.
I did the hunched over the textbook thing, and we
Yeah.
didn't really use computers for studying because we were basically reading the book and just highlighting.
So I had the textbook on my left and my lecture notes on my right, and then I would merge both of those into one document to study from.
Did you handwrite your lecture notes?
I think I started doing that, but then I used to bring a laptop so I could just type everything out during
Yeah.
class.
Nobody took their laptops to class when I was in college, but because there wasn't Wi-Fi, so we had the computer lab. My first computer had a like I put the Wi-Fi card in it, and it would overwhelm the CPU, and so it would crash unless the computer was actually plugged in. So it made the computer less Wi-Fi, like less mobile in general. But that also may have been the beer that got spilled on it. Anyway, in the next year it was like standard to have Wi-Fi in the thing.
It's funny, when I hear people talk about like Jordan Peterson, I'm like, oh, I went to the same school where that guy teaches.
Who's that?
He's that kind of He's that 12 rules for life guy.
Is he in the AA program?
I don't think so. I think he's creating his own programs at this point.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying there's a lot of 12s happening in AA, but
Yeah, yeah. He came up with the 12 rules for life. Yeah,
I haven't
people
heard
have
of it.
a love-hate relationship with him.
I think I've added so many men to the list of people we're not allowed to talk about in the space. The list grows daily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
So,
This is only the second day of the list, by the way. So.
oh, okay. Because I was going to ask, where's this list? Because I don't want to, stray.
It's the list of things trying to define the undefinable next chapter after Web 2.
So there's like zones that we don't go because we argue, or
no, it's an attempt. It's like a thought. It's like an exercise in explain this thing that people spend a lot of time discussing without using these buzzwords or referencing these phrases in general, and see if you can still convey the information.
Ooh, very good.
I think we solved that yesterday with train sloth.
I'm sorry?
I think we solved that yesterday with train sloth.
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about NFTs and the power of community. And
that's on the list.
Sorry?
Community is number 3 on the list.
So what was that again? What's number 3?
Community.
Yes, exactly. So take
utility,
a look at the top.
Value, utility, community.
So take a look at the top. One sec.
Oh, sorry, my eyes are
That's
closed.
okay. It's when you look at the image at the top, one of the best developers on the planet, at least on Twitter Spaces, he was with us yesterday, and people were talking about the power of community. And he asked, why are we monetizing loneliness with pictures?
Oh my God. Oh God.
He called NFTs, Twitter Spaces, our fourth industrial Tupperware parties.
I like the industrial Tupperware parties thing.
Oh my God.
I saw it and liked it yesterday.
So smart. Yo, he's so smart, it hurts. He's so smart, it hurts. And then the last thing he said was, nobody wants to think that their exit is another trap. So if anything, right now, the current definition of Web3 is a trap that people think is an exit.
Oh, is it like click here to find out more?
Yeah.
If I could explain what action
It was the thing is we didn't record it last night, and I think because we weren't recording it, people felt a little more free. But there was a few people who said, you know what, because the NFTs, like, I love this community and I love the people and I have connections. And then Train Sloth comes up and he's like, why are we monetizing loneliness with pictures?
Well, it's kind of like piety, pious displays in church. I love the community. That song and dance that was going on in Clubhouse, like, my name is, whatever, and I'm done speaking, and
actually, the I'm done was sorry to interrupt, but it had to do with people that were reviewing the transcript so that they understood that in the way that it was broadcast in Clubhouse, it actually had to do with an access issue, so that people would understand who was speaking.
It turned into something else.
Yeah, it became a cliche of all of the worst things about Clubhouse.
Right. Like when you're brought up on the stage, how you kiss the ass of the host and then you make sure and kiss. I actually did a whole sequence of comics where, the only access at the time was on our phones. We didn't have club decks, so there wasn't that. So I turned the little circles into thumbs, and then thumbs had faces, and they said things. That was the comic, and it was done with my hand, actually my hand. But it just turned into this script. My name is so and so. I'm a blah de blah. I want to thank such and such. It added, I don't know, 45 seconds maybe to the Pechakucha spiel or the TED talk. It's like when you subscribe to somebody's YouTube, you know that the front matter is going to be, and if you subscribe and make the bell ring and blah blah blah, and if you want to be part of this community, um, I don't know. I have my feeling about community is that people will gravitate towards the people that they like, and it doesn't make
Oh,
any difference on whether they make them feel good or not.
this is me vomiting about talking about how people talk about this stuff. I just literally want to block the words and like do a buzzer when people say them, and that's about it. Because I don't care. I care about the fact that the time that I spend in these places is because I need connection to people, and it's not about money at all. Because you know what, I don't have any monetary interest in anything that's going on. So yeah, I'm engagement farming for sure, but I'm engagement farming because I live alone in the South without kids, and I feel isolated from the world. Oh wow, I'm rich and
Now you're talking about together alone.
Right, and
yes,
as a
that's the thing.
result, we don't have time for default fucking conversations,
I
right?
do have time for default
Oh, you
conversations with people
do.
I
Oh,
think are
you do.
funny, but
Yeah.
I'm
See,
not
Yeah, as
trying.
long as they're entertaining.
But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like. I'm not in like. I'm not going to use the words because that's kind of the point of this. But I'm literally there because I'd rather do that than go to church. Right? I'd rather do that than join the junior league. I'd rather do that than like do a pickup game because all like this is
oh,
the
come on.
easiest.
Don't you want to
No,
join the board of the local animal
I've been to
shelter?
junior league. Like my sister was president of the Junior League of Little Rock and did amazing philanthropy. I was in a
Oh,
you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go, guys. It's really good to see you both, though.
oh,
Mello, Mike. I'll be back in
dear.
15 minutes after I
I
miss you
always
guys too
enjoy
much.
your. I always
Well,
enjoy your perspective.
we'll
Thank you.
be talking about NFTs, utility, and community.
Oh, don't
Oh,
forget, we're
and
still early.
Don't
monetizing.
forget, everyone.
Don't forget the grind.
Yes,
Liquidity,
we're going to
what?
grind liquidity early into water.
Michael,
DeFi.
do you want me to stay here and help you hold the space? He's leaving, or do you want me to buzz
No,
off?
no, I like it.
Okay,
I
good.
like the idea. I like the idea of doing a fake Syndicate NFT launch, you know? And we just be like, all right, guys, minting the Juba Japs. No way. Which
Oh
Juba
yeah.
Jap do you have? Juba Jap 875A. No way,
Who
I
are you
wanted
going
the
to?
Juba Jap.
We could mint your profile pic, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Who could
Please
we
let me.
send to shill in all the spaces?
Shill's on the
Right.
list, P.S.
Oh,
Awesome. So
sorry.
it'd be
Uh,
like, so
No, you
I,
didn't violate. I just want to let you know in
so
case you were worried.
this is how the spaces start, right? So the spaces start with one person alone, like the host,
mhm.
and they're usually like, so nobody's there, and then it'd be like, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Today's the NFT space, and they're just gonna wait for a few more people to show up before we kick
No,
off here. And
I've
then
got
a
a
few
really.
minutes later, it's like, all right, nobody's still here. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes. Some people have had their schedules rearranged last minute. The special guests we had, they're still sleeping, I
But
think.
we've got a really dope project that we want to talk.
Dope, like DO capital P, you know?
Oh, fucking hell yes.
So you know what?
Absolutely sick.
The special guest hasn't shown up, and it's about an hour late into the meeting we were supposed to have. So we're just gonna get started. Right?
Okay.
I mean, on Twitter Spaces too much.
Doesn't somebody have some beats that they could share here at the beginning?
Oh yeah,
I
Yo,
have
what's
to
going on,
go.
bro?
This is too entertaining, y'all. I
Yo,
have to go.
yo,
Please,
what's going
can
on,
you do
yo?
me a favor and remove me from the room because I have no self control? Anybody? Are y'all allowed to do that? No.
Yo, what's going on, bro? I got Jibba Japs
Uh,
568. I love you guys. I just want to say I
uh,
love the community. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything
Let's
to communicate.
go.
Yeah,
You have to
LFG.
interrupt with that, by the way.
Yes, yes. And so it's like, hey man, so what we want to talk about?
Flowers.
Yo,
Give
yo
flowers.
guys. So you know why we're together? We're about to mint water. Yep. You know, the
Right.
problem is 20% of our fresh water is in the Great Lakes, and we want to change that. We believe that should be accessible to all.
Well, the thing is, I wonder, just per carbon footprint, what actually has a bigger carbon footprint? Bullshit plastic objects with the logo of the 501c3 distributed, or minting a fucking NFT for some useless goddamn chair jockey activist. So, I don't know. That's my attitude.
I like
I'm
the
gonna,
idea of a chair jockey analyst, the armchair quarterbacks
oh,
of
well,
technology.
they certainly know how to do their research, right? You know.
I mean, their opinions are founded on research.
Oh,
Their Twitter Twitter tank.
right. And, the amount of crowdsourcing that I see being done by supposed thought leaders, right? So
Hmm.
if you're a thought leader, how is it that you're crowdsourcing your ideas, right? I just don't get this thing.
Well, I mean, it's more like a thought bubble sorter at
Well,
that point.
some sort of what are those called? Word clouds. That those ontological.
Hmm. Man,
What are those things called? They have a specific name.
they used to be a tag cloud. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Something that where you see where the all the gravity.
Well, I think as a feature for Twitter Spaces, Imagine, uh,
Hey
that's
Pete.
actually you can have like when you look at a space and a recording, be like, I wonder if this recording is interesting, and then you could look at the top keywords they used. I think that
Yeah.
would help people decide.
Right.
I
Right.
wonder if that's how they do. If how that's how they program the AI to do automatic chapters. Maybe they look at the word set um, for specific intervals. Right? Oh, okay. They're using this diction, so that's this topic. They're using this diction, therefore that's this topic.
Right. Well, we do have, you know, s- um, I feel like they're major cues in cadence, and delivery, as far as where your this is probably on the list. Flex is, uh, so the I always like remember the old movies that showed the guy dictating to his actual physical, in a dictation machine, that it was going to a secretary who's going to be listening and typing. He would say, this is the end of that paragraph, now new paragraph, right? Like saying to the replicants or droids or whatever they're calling them on Westworld, analysis. In other words, let's break through the top level of code, let's go to the deep level of code, and kind of like the brackets in typesetting commands or
Okay. Yeah.
HTML, right?
In my head, I have a blockage because I'm thinking about the fake launch of an NFT with the
Oh, oh,
syndicate.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, my
That
brain is stuck on. Peter,
uh,
what do you think?
I,
You know how we were making fun of NFTs? Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
thought you were talking about audio, AI processing of audio,
Yes,
for
I was, and then
sure.
my brain You know, when your brain rewinds and it's like it gets stuck on this idea and it's just replaying.
Well,
Fake
what
NFT
happens is
launch. Fake NFT launch.
that little dendrite is reaching out, and it just goes nee, 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 over there in that area. And you're still sparking there, right? So let's follow it. Let's follow that idea of a fake NFT. So I think I told you the story about what happened with me in the pre-lawns, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
the what?
The
The
pre
pre?
the pre-Elon group over
No.
at Clubhouse. It was a group
Oh,
of,
yes, yes, yes. The people that were there, the OGs. Yep.
yeah, the real smarty pants. It was a total jockeying of who's the fucking smartest guy in the room, right? Every session. And, I was always provoking their okay boomer reflex. And, it was too bad. But at the same time, I enjoyed their company and I enjoyed their thought processes and the ideas that they came up with. And I really thought, I mean, geez, there was Slack, there was Discord, it was hopping, there was iconography that was popping with this. There was all these memes. The shit was really happening. There were 1,000 people who were actively uh, wanting to be a part of it, or at least allied with the idea of it. And it was NFTs and monetization of Clubhouse that kind of sort of solidified it and then also caused it to probably burn. And the fact that the people who really had the most traction within the group failed to run with it. Now, I don't know what the heck would have been the goal to run with it because it was a cult, non cult, right? Completely decentralized. So they got involved with aligning with some, fundraising efforts, animal rights, or whatever, whale song, whatever your deal is. Um, and through the organization, NFTs were created and fundraising efforts, the whole ball of wax from beginning to end started to be a part of it. And I don't know whether that is what drove it apart. I actually was kind of driven from it just because, um, I'm old. So it's all good. The problem that I saw is that it pokes its head up every once in a while when Elon Musk makes news. I have Club Deck on and I put it on my PC and, I check to see who is still the fuck there and why. And I see that they're still having the same conversations. It's been the same conversation for what, 3 years? And I understand the merit of discussing big and little topics again and again because you're going to find somebody who has a perspective on it or a viewpoint on it that maybe we've never experienced. But some of it is kind of laughable, right? It's kind of like a comedy album from you know um, deep space, kind of thing sometimes when you roll in. And um, and then NFTs are sort of the same, but it has no depth. It's like splashing around in shallow water. So I tend to go deep, and I tend to go deep more than stay shallow, but I can certainly play in the shallows.
I'm
But
creating the website.
yeah, NFTs selling, I mean, to me, something that either exists in reality, right? Like a vintage something or other, or a painting, or, something made with pipe cleaners by a 3 year old. That's the original sort of non fungible item. The value is the item, the thing is the deal, not the community, not the story, right? That the art or your emotional attachment to it regardless of its aesthetic quality, is what gives it meaning. So I think that that's probably been the biggest reason why, even though I've uploaded my shit to the open sea, I've never minted it. I don't really care. I don't care. I don't want to convince anybody. I don't want to hear myself convincing anybody. I don't want to. I have other things to do.
I
Yeah, I
am
feel that.
almost on this website. Keep going, guys. All right. Um,
And so, what exactly is the idea of the fake NFT then? Like, aren't all NFT fake? Like, are they all
so
kind of forced in a way? But
yeah,
what's the story?
yeah. So last night we were talking to Michael Trainsloth, and he said that NFT projects are basically monetizing loneliness with pictures.
I mean, yeah, essentially, especially in the current state and form. Like I'm all for NFTs as like, an artist is just trying to sell their work, so they're just selling them in this format because people do sell digital art, and that's been a thing in the past. So it's a great format to do it, but it's just overridden by this whole weird fucking like community cult thing that you sort of have to engage with, and I'm just like, this kind of sucks. I'm trying it just to prove that I can do it for like to myself at the moment, but it's like I really don't want to end up down that path of like NFT, bro.
Well, see, eventually, I just think about the terms of the amount of energy that goes into it, and then the amount of energy that I get back. My old band leader used to say, with his charming West Texas accent, well, Miss Melody, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. When he's talking about trying to flog this band into learning a song that's more complicated than um, usual. And really, the whole NFT project process is kind of complicated. I mean, it's not completely out of reach of, your average tech savvy person, but, beyond that, I don't know. It's sort of like a first gate. It's like the first gate of enlightenment. And I just don't feel like what anyone would get out of it, regardless of how much time they have left on the planet, would be worth it in the long run. But I maybe don't have the insight of youth that would be necessary here.
Right now, we're trying to create a road mop, which is a wet mop on a road. Oh, that's nice. Whoa, what a great road mop.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying there, Mel. Like I struggle to sort of see the real innate desire to do it or to buy them in the first place. But some people just have it. It seems like part of me would buy the NFTs of artists I support, but like I don't need to have money already invested in crypto to buy it and sitting there. And it's kind of like it's not completely inaccessible, but it's this extra layer that I'm still trying to like get past. And I feel like that's the annoying part. I feel that's the separator. But no,
Well,
I'd prefer to be selling things physically, right?
well, people have given me tokens. I've won tokens in competition, and I just can't even bring myself to hook up my wallet enough to collect them. I don't want them. I don't. I wouldn't want to use them for a PFP, and therefore, why would I want their raggedy business? Now, it's it's true. I do see some beautiful things, right? Gorgeous things.
You like it? You don't like the road mop? Right. All right, check it out, guys. I'm posting the road mop to the top. Oh my god! What? You like it?
This can only be good.
Introducing
Oh
our
my God. Yeah, now you have to also do the road Swiffer.
yeah.
That's art, mate. No, but I'm sorry, that actually cracks me up.
Sorry, I'm getting breakfast burrito delivery here. The dogs are just insane, so I'm going to mute myself for a while.
I love it, like just the roadmap thing. So is there a particular plan for how you want to present this fake NFT thing, or is it just a piss take, like have fun with it?
Completely piss take. Just yeah, exactly. Okay, so I just need to. I'm actually adding the last image to the website, which is the roadmap. So the next thing you're going to see, oh, actually, I have to do is the website for the NFT, the fake NFT launch. I'll be honest with you. I think our fake website looks better than most people's real websites. But save the image as. All right. So I believe that this NFT website is going to be more impressive than the other ones that people created for serious. Change background.
That laugh can only mean good things.
Right? That's what we could do. Monetizing loneliness. No, I like the LFG because that's in the vernacular.
I like that it kind of looks like salmon, a little bit, maybe like some sushi-ish.
I did the title of the website with you in mind, Mel. Done. All right. Let's edit the site for mobile to make sure that everything is looking nice.
Yeah, yes.
Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Hey, why can I see roadmap? Oh, because it's at the very bottom.
I made a mistake earlier today. And, I got a bit of weed off my brother the other day, and I just like rested it earlier on today. It really knocked me out, eh? I was sitting there questioning every move I've made in the last like month or two. Really hard. I was like, nah, I'm going to sleep.
I like it. Bit of existential dread in the morning.
This is like it would have been about 4 o'clock. No,
Mm-hmm.
not for 20, but just like the typical thing. So I'm sitting there like I'd already had. I think I had a lot of coffees today, and that probably already made me like, like worked up, and I was in an energetic mood, and I was like, all right, sweet, I'm gonna have a bit of this. I'm gonna go do some drawing or something, and then nah, it was like as soon as I got back inside, I was like, yep, I fucked up.
Morning, Casey.
Maybe I'll take all the pictures that Casey did and use them for the fake NFT website.
Yeah, make
All
sure
right.
to monetize the crap out of that.
Mm-hmm. Introducing the Syndicate. The NFT project that monetizes loneliness with pictures.
Do something with a box of Kleenex.
Okay, here we go. So now
Sometimes
that we have
the
that,
tissue of connectivity.
um, how do I? Oh yes. Um, okay. NFT road map. How might we monetize loneliness with pictures? Oop. So that's that. Let me take the picture of this. Well, hold on. I mean, I have that. Most projects don't have a fucking clue. Ours doesn't either, but we have AI image puns. That's right, AI image puns. Utility through laughter.
Yeah. Do you have gases building up?
Where is this thing? Oh, this is a screenshot. So if I go screen shot today, 6, I think it's this one. Yeah, road mop, road mop action. So I have to zoom out just a bit, do this here. Mm-hmm. Creative with, I'm gonna put her in it. Rich. Um, yeah, LFG is the call to action. Okay, so I'm posting it now. This is fun. All right, check it out. Just put it at the top.
Damn, that's clean.
It's clean, right? All those pictures were there before. I didn't change a single one. Mel, you like that?
It's pretty good. I like that.
What do you think about the Jing Jing? Yeah.
You-
Did you see the if you look at my Twitter, you'll see the website. I created the website for the fake NFT project. Oh, click on the link.
I know, I was just reading what it said.
Let's see how it shows up on your phone. No, I gotta redo the margins on the road mop.
Oh my god, they don't lead anywhere. Oh no, they do.
Oh, do they? Oh, cool. I have to
Lipstick
change.
symmetry?
Those are all like stock. Yeah.
There's one I want now, because you added to the series. The first thing that goes through my feeble mind is like, oh look, there's a choice, and then and then it's like, well, which
Yeah.
one do you like the most?
We have to do tiered pricing with anchor juxtaposition, you know?
Yeah, so like I'm liking the pissed one. I really like that one. I need that one. I kind of need it. you know, Fucking lazy
Yeah,
to make it myself,
I think
right?
you're done. I mean, I think technically the only way to create uh, a strong NFT project now is to really make fun of one, or make fun of all of them. Like, I wonder if Hitcoin is still alive. I haven't been there before. I know it's connected to.
I made
Yeah,
some I made some pretty funny NFT jokes right after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, because Stephen Colbert was doing these sort of "just kidding, is potato," kind of jokes. And so I said, and I actually did this. I created a series of potato AIs where Putin was turning into a potato, and so I pitched it. I pitched it on Twitter somewhere and gave it all the hashtags in the world that it needed, and then said, "Just kidding, is potato."
check out hitcoin.ca. That was basically the yeah, you'll see it. Hitcoin.ca, hitcoin.ca. Peter, you've probably seen it before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another few others that were similar. I think there was PooCoin as well.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, very similar. We just open up Wix, pick a design pattern, and
Damn,
change
and
the word.
NFT's already entered this era of like the shitcoin posting.
Well, I mean, the reason that I see NFTs useful is that there are many objects in real life for which we want to have a unique identifier, whether that's a driver's license or the deed to your home. Those things have to be separate than the other houses. And for those
Yeah,
class of objects, right, that need to have a unique identifier, very useful, right? But because people are,
absolutely.
people are, it's almost like people looked at the Bored Ape Yacht Club and said, oh, if I create images, I can get rich. Like, no, 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 no. Like, do you know who's even involved in this project and what their background is and how much experience they have? Because if you did, you'd realize it's because of all those things that the project was successful.
Right, and it's all the layers, all of them
People
that
like to
go with
artificially
the
constrain. Yep.
that go with the idea of why the ape is freaking bored. Okay, just even that.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
pretty
one of
powerful
those
project in a way.
things. Keep in mind that before anything was ever minted, the project was sold out. And I don't think people really understand what that means.
It was rigged from the start. Those motherfuckers.
What was the name
But
of that movie that was a Broadway play? The Producers, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they did it on Kirby Enthusiasm, right?
Yeah, did
Yep.
Time for Hitler? No, they did Springtime for Hitler. This is an old 70s movies with Gene Wilder and Hugh, Zero Mostel, maybe? Anyway, they redid it, but the original one, they were producing a Broadway play, and they figured that they could make money by essentially losing money by overselling the shares, right? And so that whole idea of "good day, sir," as being the end of the conversation with Gene Wilder, that's where that comes from. You get nothing. You get nothing. That's where all that comes from. Is this idea of the selling of air.
I always love that scene in Willy Wonka with Jane Wilder. It's like my favorite scene of any movie of all time.
Yeah, it's the remake was actually pretty good. I actually really really liked it. I liked the casting. I liked the theatricalness of it. But I feel like the first one really captures the awe on everybody in the audience's face when that production is pulled out, and the fact that it becomes popular, right? And that foils their plans. That's just so typical. Well, that's the way my projects run. It seems like.
GM, 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 GM. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Casey.
Good morning, Casey.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I like to hear. Hope you guys are doing good. I have had zero sleep because my little daughter has croup. She has a horrible, racking little cough. So that's why I was on Spaces at 4 a.m. this morning. Like, hey, anybody around? I'm up. The joy of parenting. Yay. All is well. Fixing up some honeyed tea. Honey, straight from New Zealand, no less. So hopefully the tea will make a positive impact. But yeah, just want to say good morning and complain a little bit, I suppose.
No, you're just expressing yourself,
Yes, I
sharing
am.
wonderful experience.
Yes, I am. You know, before people become parents, they should ask people, how long can you stay awake? Like, have you ever tested yourself to see how long you can actually stay awake and
5 days without
function?
limit.
I've told people, I'm just telling you to get your naps in now. Get it in
Yeah.
now. You are not going to sleep for another 20, I don't know, 20 plus years. And when you do sleep, it's with one eye open, and you are afraid to leave your notifications off. But at the
Sounds
same
like me
time,
now.
you're gonna shit yourself. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
just wait till they get teenagers and they're sneaking out of the house and stuff.
Dude. I'm like looking
And
forward
you're
to
on alert.
those. I'm looking forward to those. I can't wait. Dude, the first God, dude, oh man. I did so much partying and I was up to so much mischief as a youth. I can't wait until my kids try some shit. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
buddy,
you know that you're going to be able to at least outfox them the first
oh
three
yeah.
moves. But let me tell you that no matter how much you think you only know about 20 to 30% of whatever it is that's going down.
Probably. That sounds like there's some truth in there. Definitely sounds like there's some truth in there. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just winging it. And I'm going to hope that my experiences in life give me the abilities to handle whatever comes up. That's my plan. That's my roadmap.
That's a very good one because that's the way
The
you have no
parental
clue what's
roadmap.
going to happen.
It's the parental roadmap subject to change.
Have you ever tried solving this problem with NFTs?
Wait, what? What problem? What exact problem?
Um,
You've
you
been
know,
bounced. You've
falling
been
asleep.
T-boned by Michael.
Oh God.
You found the real reason of the syndicate now.
Yeah, you guys figured it out. And I'm
Oh.
This whole time.
Yeah, it was just a fucking NFT slow roll. These three.
Count me in.
Oh man, let's fucking go already. I'm trying to.
I'm getting ready to start a very soft shill campaign for Ruben.
Nice.
Yep. I think that's going to be more than he expected, is what I think.
Okay, I did hear a word that I know for sure is on the list. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ease list, you know.
I'm going to start a soft awareness marketing PR campaign. How's that? I'm going to have a Web3 PR campaign launching soon.
Oh yeah. So you know how you do your due diligence before you go into the pitch with all the keywords, right? The
Yep.
keywords stacked and weighted, right? Well, so this is like the anti-keyword list. Don't you fucking dare.
Nice. Don't you fucking dare. I like that. Nice. That's good.
Nice.
Honestly, if I was someone buying something, getting pitched, and it was that one person that didn't use any of the keywords, I'd probably pick them because the rest would all sound the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My opening line is going to be "fuck community, work for yourself."
That's not a good way
Oh
to get your
God.
community together.
That's exactly it. Oh my God. So where's the merch for that? I gotta wear that for my next fucking visit to town, or maybe Arroyo Seco.
It would be. I've thought a couple times about like making a troll account just for being a bad person.
Come on, can't you sacrifice one of your already existings?
I've only got two.
You don't want to sacrifice all that traction, right?
But like, well, for really, it's a question of like, do I want to go down that slippery slope of allowing myself to do stuff like that? Because once I start on stuff like that, it usually goes a little further than it
Yeah,
should.
it always goes a little further. And I got to tell you that my GoDaddy account for that happy horse shit is like way out of hand.
You have a GoDaddy account for that? That's dedication.
Well, these are what I consider the URLs that I've purchased that, I don't mind setting
Welcome to
something.
the Syndicate, where Mel is going to teach us the Master Troll class.
I don't know about troll,
Do
but
your trolling
that's a good
techniques
idea.
not gain you traction? Are you not evoking rage and frustration in people? Come and take our class with Mel. She'll show you the right way.
And then if you put those troll accounts with the proper branding on your link tree, start issuing some edicts, um, people will start digging deeper and check you out, and you'll look like you're, really an asshole.
Have you ever heard of a guy has a handle Slim Jesus?
I have. I have.
Dude,
Yes.
he is right by far the most epic troll. Like I've had some pretty long conversations with that guy. He's an actor who randomly kind of stumbled across this stuff, talked to a couple buddies, educated himself a little bit, and went on a tear. Went on a tear. And the crazy thing about it is that even though he intended his messages to be troll only, he was right. Like a lot of the things he was saying were actually spot on. It's pretty nutty. He took it
That's
too
kind of
far,
how
but
those things work. That's kind of how those things end up having that kind of resonance, right? You're just casual. It's just some instance, some sort of exchange that you have with somebody that provokes your either inspiration or your ire, and the two get mixed up, or they make a nice strange brew or whatever, and you're inspired, but it just keeps going, and it just keeps going, and really without a whole lot of energy on your part. The next thing you know, it's got 1,000 followers, and stuff's going down, and you put one thing, and put it up the flagpole, and a whole bunch of people are saluting all of a sudden, It's this really weird momentum that is entirely social media driven and meme driven, as far as I can see.
Well, it was awesome. He'd go into these Saitama spaces and do stuff like, "There's no liquidity, no liquidity." And he would do all this stuff.
Is liquidity on the list? Because if
Oh,
it's
it
not, it's
should
trouble.
be. Yeah.
Is
If
that
it's
like
not, it should be.
fire at the theater or what?
Kind of, actually.
Yeah. Or is it like it's like saying that all money is imaginary, or just
No, it's just going in and telling, like, so Saitama kept on pulling the money out the back door on people. It's why the token kept sinking the way it did. And he would just go in and like, "There's no liquidity.
Yeah,
There's
but
no liquidity."
what a surprise, right? But uh, I mean, isn't that the thing?
Yeah, and again, like the weird thing about his, like he got extreme about it, where he had like Russ, the actual owner of Saitama, in the space telling the guy, "I hope your children get cancer." Like he took it to like he said a lot of things that were, and that's not even the worst of it.
This
But
sounds familiar.
and dude, I'm like, this was big. This was like dominated Twitter for months.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds familiar, so maybe that's why. But look, I haven't even been here that long, but I feel like I've heard that story.
Oh, I mean, the legend of Slim Jesus is not going to go away anytime soon, I think.
It's like
Yeah.
Twitter has its own urban legends, but it doesn't have to be
Mm-hmm.
centered around any kind of proximity, location, coordinates on the planet. But the other nodes that we create are how these viruses are, um, the contagion spreads. And so this
Well,
is
I
my whole
mean,
about looking at all of this stuff, like the human immune system, autoimmune system. But anyway, beyond.
I wish we recorded yesterday.
Seemed
Seeing,
like there was some heavy drama yesterday.
uh, I mean, to me, there's like levels of heavy now, right? There's like heavy
Right,
light, you
right.
know. We
What
try
what's
heavy light.
what's the reading on yesterday? Heavy light, heavy, heavy.
So you see the first post at the top. So we were talking about NFTs, right? And there was a guy Bacon who came up and was like really super sincere, dude, like the most sincere guy you'd ever meet. And he was talking about the NFT project. And I whenever I see someone when it's an NFT project, I can't help but ask them about it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just asking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I forget that there's other people in the room until they start
Ooh.
yelling. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so it was we were talking about community and the great people you meet on here. You've heard it all before. And
Mm-hmm.
so Michael, the train sloth, comes up and he's like, "I have a question. Why are we monetizing loneliness with pictures?"
Oh.
And then Dan came from
Oh.
Australia and he goes, "It sounds like these Twitter Spaces with NFTs are fourth industrial Tupperware parties."
Oh my God.
And then Train Sloth goes, "Nobody wants to think their exit is another trap." So it's good times, really good times.
That's really cutting the balls off the bowl there. That's pretty steep for him.
Well, I mean, he feels that way. Why? Because he taught himself how to code. He basically taught himself computer science by surfing at FTP sites in the 90s, never going to school. You know what I mean? So when people talk to him about code, like he fucking embarrasses them, dude.
See, that's like
Because he
having
didn't learn
Jimmy.
it at school. He learned it on his own.
That's not even right. That's like having Jimi Hendrix in your guitar class.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, he's like that because not only can he be a software engineer, but he's also a Linux person as well. So you imagine having your systems administrator also be your developer, and they're actually one person instead of a team of 10.
My student Adam.
Adam?
I loved that kid. Like everybody bounced him into my classes because they called him a shithead. Because he was just bored. He was so smart. He linked up with a warehouse in China and imported all the silly. Do you remember when silly bands were a huge thing?
Yeah.
And like he was one of the major importers of silly bands into Canada. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're 14.
Yeah.
This shit is happening. He's like, yeah, I make like 20, 30 grand. I don't know, whatever. It's fun.
Was he the same one with the Kim Kardashian?
Yes. He made so much money by making a stupid ass website that just counted down to the next what is it? Counting down with the Kardashians or whatever that fucking show is. Yeah. Keeping up with them. And he made so much money because people would click on wanting to know when the next episode was happening.
It's beautiful.
He's so smart.
So smart.
Like, what are you doing in high school? Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's doing now. I should email him. Yeah, school's not for everyone. I try to tell parents that, but
dude,
that's hard. That's a hard conversation.
One of the questions I ask all these really smart people is, how'd you do in school?
Oh my God.
And they'd be like, I fucking hated school. But I did this after school class in computers and I really like that.
Any idea how many parents I've gone toe to toe with to try to get them not to force their children into university? I remember like arguing with this one Indian family because they were forcing their kid into engineering, and he was flunking the heck out of my class.
Yeah.
But he, I swear, is going to be our next prime minister. And so I had to fight with him to let him go to Ottawa in the humanities. He got into Ottawa U, and I'm like, your child got into Ottawa U. He's going to be the next prime minister. You need to let him do this. Give up the engineering.
And by the way, he's just getting into social engineering.
Yeah.
So, you know.
People versus metal, whatever. Maybe that's why people aren't a fan of me. I keep trying to convince to let them put their children in the trades.
Well, it's like that thing about thinking somehow that the state is at all interested in anybody becoming self-aware because, it's always problematic. So, anytime you're promoting something remotely looking like self-awareness, people, you're flagged.
Yeah, because I keep trying to tell them, like, you got to go with a purpose. And it's not like I was good at university. I just knew I wanted to be a teacher. So I was like, I need to get this fucking degree. So we got to do this shit.
Yeah, my purpose was paying off the degree because I had no choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so I have to go to university now. What am I going to do? Well, I'm not smart enough to do any of the hard sciences. And I don't want to be unemployed because I have to pay back this degree. So I guess that leaves the business.
I am so glad that I went to school before all that chasarai.
Oh, that's why you're so wise. You got yours. How old are you? Oh, is that rude to ask? I'm sorry.
No, it's
first.
I'm 40. I'm 40. I kick and I punch and I kick and I'm 40.
I'm so old at this point. I'm going, I don't have time for that. Let's just put it that way.
Cool. I mean, that's why you're so level-headed, though, I feel. Maybe that's why I enjoy talking to you.
I got a good spiel.
But you've got perspective.
Well, yeah.
Welcome to Perspectives. Remember that with Tim Meadows?
Oh, my God.
Welcome to Perspectives.
What? Are we not allowed to use the word spiel because it's so related to shill, or is it just too Yiddish at this point?
I wonder if I can find that Tim Meadows sketch.
Tim Meadows, man.
Welcome to Perspectives. Tim Meadows, Perspectives. Welcome to Perspectives.
For me, it's like comedy, right? there's really only so many jokes, and they all have their different costumes and different deliveries and different subject matters. There's the archetypal jokes that you can tailor to your crowd or whatever. But it's hard when you get around a bunch of comedians to tell a joke that nobody's heard. In college, I used to be in this group called the oh God, I've even forgot what we call. But basically, if you could get through your joke without being interrupted and somebody yelling the punchline, uh, you got free coffee all day. Oh, the Grouch Club, yeah, that was it.
It's so funny. Elizabeth just saw the road mop website.
Oh my God.
She's like, ah, fuck, I was trying to avoid this.
Nonsense?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Is she trying to avoid you?
Yeah.
You're all nonsense.
What?
100%
How
nonsense.
dare you?
110% nonsense.
There is substance.
Is there?
There is substance, and there is utility.
That's what you're trying to convince these people of, but I think you forget I live with you all the time.
And togetherness.
I hear this nonsense.
Do you have this white paper ready? Do you have the white paper ready for this project?
Oh, we should write it, actually.
Oh my God.
You better get it done. All right, now I'm leaving now because we're copywriting, so I don't want to get roped in.
It's okay. It's
where the exit is a trap. It's a trap.
So, yeah, it's very Wilhelm Reich. The only way to get out of the only way to get out of a trap is to accept the fact that to recognize that you're in a trap. The big question is if the exit is so apparent, why don't people just walk through it?
You got to say, like, okay, so stage 1 of the roadmap is you all give us your money. Stage 2 is we pretend to love you. Stage 3 is all the rich people sell.
Okay, hold on. What was that? What was number 1?
Oh, you give us all of your money.
Give us money. What's number 2?
Oh man, what should we do with number 2? My original thought there was like we pretend to care.
We pretend to care, I think, is the core utility. We pretend to care. What's the third one?
Stage 3, we pretend we're going to make our own blockchain.
Oh, we pretend to possess utility. Mm-hmm.
Stage 4, rugging. But you can't say it like that, can you?
We'll call it Aladdin. So, all right. So we would have to use the design pattern of the Bitcoin white paper, right? So let's look up. I actually have it saved on my Google Drive. Bitcoin white paper template. Bitcoin. All right. So there's the original white paper. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system.
How much existential dread can we cause with one little website?
It's a good. So that what you're talking about is a key performance indicator. Existential dread. I like that. Existential dread as a service. Okay. Existential dread sounds like a great reggae band. Existential dread. What a great band. No. You ever get bored of something halfway through and you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm good. That was fun. What are you up to today, Pete?
Well, it's 10:30 p.m., but because I had that big knockout nap,
Right.
I think I slept for like 5 hours.
Yeah. There's napping, and then there's the recovery from the nap. All right. And by the time you recover from the nap, it's time to go to bed again.
Yeah, but that doesn't usually happen. Usually I have like an hour nap and I get up and I'm fine. But that was like proper, just like, I think because he hit me so hard, it just put me out proper. I mean, like, other than ego death, well, not ego death, but, like, full just beating down on my own ego with my terrible negative thoughts that come up in that space when it hits me too. And I was like, yep, I'm going to sleep. And I think I slept for literally 5 hours. It was great. Like, my body needed it, but I'm just like, I'm going to be up till like 3 in the morning.
Oh man, I'm gonna post this video to the top. It's probably the last thing I'm gonna do on this website ever.
Like, I'm looking at it now. It's got the animations and all.
Yeah, and then I zoom in on the LFG.
You're gonna see this, but yeah. So like, yeah. No, it feels like morning to me at the moment. Like, I feel like I've had a full night's sleep. When I woke up, I thought, like, is it what, like 5, 6 in the morning or what?
Danny, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the Syndicate. We're launching a fake NFT project.
Hey, a what project?
It is a fake NFT project.
What is it? What is it about exactly?
Not much,
Huh?
to be honest with you.
Hey,
That's the point.
hey, starts from
The
somewhere.
point of the project is it's not about shit. Yeah. I gotta, speaking of it not being about shit, I need to add the tweets. Yes.
Not for
Okay.
nothing, but I would have played with Danny for a minute and been like, yeah, the NFT gives you access to an AI IBC creator tool that allows you to bridge private blockchains to hybrid blockchains. Just at least something, something out there. Yeah.
What, like Crypto Swarm? No.
That's not what Cryptoswarm is doing, is it?
No,
He's doing
no.
the agricultural beehives, right?
Degree visited. What honey is expected?
If revisited, what honey is expected?
Sorry. Degree
Oh,
visited.
oh,
What honey is expected?
oh.
Speaking of honey, how was that New Zealand honey?
Really sweet. Like really, really sweet. It's got a very heavy sugar concentration. But it's very tasty. It's got a very powerful flavor to it. It's a very intense honey flavor. AM.
Oh, good morning, everyone. How's everyone
What's up, buddy?
doing? Nothing much. I have the day off.
Yay!
I actually have the next 2 weeks off, so.
Oh, why?
It just is. Just works out that way sometimes.
Okay. Congratulations, then.
Not really, but
well. I'm sorry for your vacation, AM. It's a
Thank you.
horrible thing. I feel so bad for you.
Thank you. Well, it's not vacation. Like there's vacation, and then there's like, oh, you're not working for 2 weeks.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
those are two different
that's not
things.
vacation. Those are
No.
two different. Those are way two different things. Yeah. But it's all good though. I'm gonna work on my photography and shit.
As long as you get the and shit in there, then I think you'll be fine.
It is a lot of. Actually, there's more and shit than there is photography to be done. That's life. It's all good though. Yeah, it's raining here in LA, which is highly unusual, which is lovely. I went out and took
Hey,
photos last night, which was
Am,
nice. Yeah.
I know we've already talked about this, but I have to bring this up again.
Yeah.
Dude, it is everything I can do to stay away from your art. Dude, every time I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I could do. Oh, no. I would straight up pillage your entire portfolio of art and wombo the shit out of everything. I don't know why. Your art, your upside down photos work so fucking good in wombo. Dude,
Does it?
oh my shit, yeah.
Wow.
It's so easy to manipulate the picture, whatever you. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the reflection and the waviness that's usually there, but dude, it's like you can do anything you want with those photos.
That's crazy.
It is.
Huh.
Every time I see one, I'm like, oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh, that's funny. Well, I find that to be very complimentary, though.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna launch my own NFT line of your art, and I'll program in like 30% royalties to you.
Perfect.
Okay,
Done.
see you there.
Yeah.
We've bridged the gap between the formal artists and the AI art. We've done it.
Yeah,
It just took money. It just took 30%.
It just took 30%. It always just takes 30%. We're good.
Such an easy solution.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, go on. You know what I mean? Yeah. At this point, I mean, there's no, because the AI art is so different than the original. I mean,
well, it sure can be. That's my whole thing, though, is making sure that it's not so different you can't tell that it's from the original.
Right.
And that's
and
my
I think
thing. That's my
I think the law is, I mean, when it comes down to laws of stuff like this, I believe there's an actual percentage of what it can represent and what it can't represent. Like in like I wish
oh,
I knew
really?
that number. Yes. Yeah.
It's like standard rules and practices, policy, the rule of law says X% of this original art and over.
Yeah, because that's how people
Interesting.
can like do their own drawings of a photograph that was taken by someone else. And then they can change it enough to where it's their art and not the other person's photograph.
So I saw some art like imagining the Wendy's girl from, the Wendy's fast food chain, but like all grown up and sexy and shit. And that's probably why they didn't get sued, because it was different enough, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's, and I don't know. I remember hearing it, and again, like, you hear things, and if you don't look them up yourself, you're running the risk of spreading fucking fire lies. But
right.
I believe there is a certain, I think it's like 60% or something, and I'm not sure who determines that either. By the way, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is,
well,
I guess, the judge or the
fight. Sure. Or let's imagine it was you and me actually going into this project. That's up to you and I to determine, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
Run the
So
pictures by you.
What are you doing apart from going down the obsessive rabbit hole of AI?
What else am I doing? Maggie's got croup cough.
Oh.
And so listening to a 3-year-old struggle for air is not.
No,
it's not a good time. And didn't sleep a lot last night.
That sounds terrible.
It was a little sucky, yeah. But everybody's doing good today. She's coughing, but she's acting like she's ready to rock and roll and have fun for the day. So we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome. Good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's over the hump.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, but I think nobody slept for shit last night. So probably today is going to be a survival Saturday. Lots of Disney movies, lots of hot chocolate and tea, lots of snacks probably.
Is it starting to cool down up there or no?
Yeah, today's a little bit hotter, but it's starting to feel like it's going to be a little bit of a hot day. But in general, yeah, definitely cooler.
Yeah, cooler. That's good. I love New England. New England fall feeling. when it turns. It's lovely.
It is. It's nice. It's always horrible because there's that seasonal rush of people from New York coming to look at the foliage. Oh my god.
Yes, of course. The what are they called? The leaf peepers?
Yeah, you got
Right?
it. You got it. Leafers.
The peepers. The peepers are
Mm-hmm.
coming. The peepers are coming. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, it should be a pretty lazy day. I'm putting in a couple hours of work, but other than that, just be stumbling around, killing time, doing chores. Yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
Before Maggie got sick, I was actually going to take off today and go racing for the first time in a long time.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Fuck yeah. Dude, I'm starting to get the hankering.
So, do you still have friends in the circuit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't give up that, do they? They're just
I mean,
time, like, what are they called? Like
timeless?
lifers.
Lifer, yeah, to a point, yeah. But, like, in New England, dude, it was for a while, man. You weren't having an event unless I was promoting it.
Whoa, really?
I know. Doesn't that sound so cocky?
Dude, that sounds so douchey. You sound like such a douche when you say that. I love it. That's
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Say it out loud though if it's true.
I know. Yeah. No, for a while I was in charge of like all events, all promotions, I was running them all, getting all the swag and sponsorship for all of them and doing the whole thing. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the rep. I got the street cred, kid. I'm like an RC OG. It's like super cool.
I swear to God, like, how is there not a documentary? You know what I mean? On the RC
There
world.
is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
There are at least two that I know of.
But were they made in the heyday of the RC?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So it's about time a new one is done, right? Maybe the history of it, and then who's still hanging on. That would be fun.
I feel like they missed out on the characters in that community. Because I mean, wild shit happens when engineers let loose. You know, it's like engineers gone wild.
Oh, fun times.
Good times, good people.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Engineers gone wild. That's funny. We were yesterday. Came home and my roommates were watching BattleBots. And I remember this is gonna sound terrible, but 1997. I was in Los Angeles, and I remember I guess we were married. My husband at the time was like, "Oh, hey, me and my friends, we're all going to go to the San Fernando Valley. We're going to check out this thing that they're doing with like robots that kill each other." And I was like, "What? Shut up." All right, I guess I'm in. And I go, and that was like in 1997, and it's just so weird to walk into your living room, and it's just like Johnson and Johnson is like has got their name on the BattleBot. You know what I mean? I'm like, what?
And as soon as I started seeing income from people that were doing professional gaming, like, get the fuck out of here. Really? I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah. No, it was just like, wow. I was like, this really, I mean, I knew it kind of took off because I have a group of friends who do it, but I didn't realize that it was that, that big, I guess. A lot of people watch it.
Yep.
Peter, I updated the website to include the roadmap as a part of the website. So they go, step 1, give us money. Step 2, we pretend to care. Step 3, we feign utility. And step 4, Aladdin.
It still gets me so good.
Oh, dude, I love that.
Is that what's up on top?
Yeah. So this morning we were talking about E-Rich, who's dispatch law, about NFTs and blah, blah, blah. So we were like, what if we created the Syndicate fake NFT project, just for fun? So I turned on Wix And here, I'm gonna put the website.
So when you mint these and burn all the tokens, obviously you're sending all the burn tokens to me, right?
Pre-launch.
Yes, we have to figure out. I think we should discuss the rug pull strategy in front of everyone to keep it.
Yes.
We need consensus around the Kingsburg.
What we should do is incorporate the rug pull as part of the roadmap.
That's
Absolutely. Yeah, and then people can game the right, and then rug pull, and then we rug pull the rug pull.
Yes.
Right?
Wait, you know what we need? If we're going to do the Aladdin reference as step 4, you have to put the genies out of the bottle in for one of the steps as well.
With Christina Aguilera. I'm a genie in a bottle. Oh, okay, just me.
Oh yeah, no, I got it.
I'm going to put my vote in for OG Aladdin on that one. But so whatever. Anyways, Aladdin out of the bottle. I love it. The
Aladdin has the genie has no clothes.
Hold on. AM on Tezos, can you do like free mint gas only, and the gas is like a penny?
Only that I don't know because I haven't done it, but that sounds like something Tezos would have.
You know, not for nothing, dude. You could actually do this and actually make it a real but joke NFT, where it's like literally a penny, or 2, 3, 5 cents.
I like the idea that you have of changing the art. I also like the idea about charging a ridiculous fucking amount for it.
So you go to the other end of the spectrum on that one.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why not? Because we
we
already have pennies. We don't need that shit.
Yeah, I'm with Michael on this one. I upped all of my Tezos art up to over 100 Tezos of all my art on there because what I found is that people will buy it for $1, but then I don't like it, right? I kind of, because I did that Tezos. I did one of those things where it's like, put a picture up and for half a Tezos, whatever. And I thought, it's a good idea for exposure. And I got a lot of exposure, but it also, just for me, it kind of it downgrades my art. Like I'm only doing it. I'm only doing it for that one picture.
So,
and it's going to show that I did it for that
business
one
model, I think you're I think you're on point as a business model. But if we're doing this as a joke, rug pull, not rug pull, pennies.
No, yeah, a joke, yeah.
But what you're doing with Anne is not the joke, right? Like, I really think. Look, I've always said that Anne is the best photographer on Twitter Spaces. So let's prove that out. Let's create the thing, and it's product, price, promotion, place. Product, price, promotion, place. All those things need to be in sync. So if you want to, have it look like it's expensive, then put a nice fucking ornate gold frame around it. Write stories about it. Come up with a genesis story for it.
Maybe grab one of Robbie's original songs and lay that in there.
It's here's the thing. We have enough of a group to actually have a space about it. You know what I mean? Like, actually do the launch. You know what I mean? And all we'd have to do is change the name of the space. So what are we going to call it? A really expensive NFTs.
Hey, out of curiosity, you guys ever watch Video Game Donkey?
Say again?
Video Game Donkey.
Like Donkey Kong?
Yeah, kind of. But he's this YouTuber that does a lot of satire piss take videos. Donkey.
I'm aware of him. Yep.
I was really, really high earlier, and I was thinking to myself, that dude that comes in here and trolls actually kind of. I was like, this guy's voice sounds familiar. He reminds me a bit of like Donkey's voice, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. It's just been that comfortable in the pits. But that would be hilarious. I'm sorry, I'm just yeah.
The trolls getting to you. This is the
Absolutely.
game. This is the game. It's the intrigue.
Ooh, hey guys, I replied to some hiking thing yesterday, and I'm getting a lot of heat.
Oh, what was that?
I love it. Oh, there's nothing more that I actually love to talk about is well, okay, somebody put up a comment that says, I'm going to read it. Hold on, I'm going to read the comment real quick, I guess. It's something about music. Do you play music? You know what I mean, when you're hiking or something is it do you think it's a good blah blah blah. Hold on, let me get
To play music out loud while you're hiking.
out loud, yeah, in a public space, and because the question was in a public place. I'm actually gonna. Do you think it's rude for people to play music while hiking in a pub on public lands? Right. And I wrote, as a long distance hiker, no. And wearing earbuds can be dangerous because somebody had put in wear earbuds. And if you want solitude, hike further. The general public doesn't hike more than 5 miles from the most trailheads. Like, this is a factual statement. And people are calling me ableist.
What?
Yep. It's
What?
fucking, yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, literally, go fuck yourself.
Really?
Yeah. I've been called as a person, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Dutch. Like, I tend to throw out statements that don't really, like, I don't really believe them myself, or they don't come from my belief system, but it's just the fucking reality of the world you live in.
Yeah, no
And
shit.
and that is, and a lot of times, like, that gets construed as like I'm the fucking asshole, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm just pointing out that everybody else is assholes too, you know what I mean?
No, but look, the fact that they can't grasp the very common sense fact that if you're walking alone and there's no one around and you're playing music, what the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, apparently it disturbs birds, but you being out in the wilderness doesn't. Fuck off. And the guy actually, the guy who actually said to me, like, it disturbs the wildlife, especially birds. I went to his profile. He actually is a mountain biker. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, your bike doesn't disturb birds. Like, your whistle on your bike doesn't disturb wildlife, because if you're a true mountain biker, you should have a fucking certain whistle on your bike to detect wildlife in front of you, to tell them to get them the fuck out of the way. So I get really like, and then another, then being called an ableist is just ridiculous. But I think,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
people read that statement and see that it's a personal statement. Like, I'm the asshole out there blasting music.
I mean, as far as
Which
I'm
fair game,
aware.
I am, but not really.
No, you should tell
But
them that
not
you walk
really,
around
because
with a
I'm
giant
blasting it out of
boombox.
my phone, which is right next to my ear. Yeah, on one side of my body. And I have almost been killed like 3 times by fallen branches and trees. So, and also I have been clipped a bunch of times by mountain bikers out there. So yeah, anyway, I get very, and I find a lot of times the people who are coming at me strong don't even hike.
Oh no, it's just the crowd of people that want to be right and have a go at people for no fucking reason. Like they got nothing better to do with their lives.
I'm just saying
That's
that,
how that is.
like, growing up in Alaska, you got bears and moose and shit around. You want to make noise when you're out in the wilderness.
Thank you, Casey. I'm loud as fuck out there. You know what I mean?
Hell
Because
yeah.
I don't want. How about this? I don't want to see a bear.
A surprised animal is a dangerous animal. If they hear you coming, 9.999 times out of 10, they're going to go the other direction.
100%. 100%. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm not out there. If I'm bird watching, that's different. You go to a bird watching place, whatever. But if you're hiking, you're not. You're put it this way: it's so rare to see wildlife when you hike. A lot of people also don't understand that either. They think the wild is filled with wildlife. You get more fucking animals in the city than you do out there. Like, you want to see a bear? I don't know. Go to the outside of your town and hang out by a dumpster.
I
You know what I
I
mean?
started responding to some of the people. I started responding to some of the people in the top to hopefully start a fake fight. You know, we're doing fake NFTs. Might as well have fake fights in the comment section. So I told somebody, nah, homie, birds love songs all day. That's why they sing. You know?
Yeah, it's mating fighting.
There you go. So they can listen to Drake while they're with Drake.
That's the only reason you hear them tweeting. It's two males fighting.
So you can mate with nature. And so I told the other ones and the other person that they shouldn't humanimorphize animals. You don't know what birds enjoy. Don't deprive birds of Depeche Mode.
Oh my god, you're fucking brilliant.
Let's see what happens.
That's so good.
Oh my
Puns
god.
away.
Well, I like the comment that Casey made because I was telling Mike, I used to volunteer on First Nations reserves, and I was taking a quiet hike by myself, and two baby grizzly bears tumbled out in front of me. And I knew that Mama was going to be real close, and I was going to be next. So, maybe if I was like listening to music and making noise, I wouldn't have been confronted by two babies and their mommy. Yeah, so I hear that.
Or you would have had a jungle club. Where you're just
just dancing with the bears.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I fully understand that part of that.
Nature club. I like it.
I mean, I understand being in a sensitive area. I've hiked through sensitive areas where you have to almost tread lightly. I understand that, but the comment was public lands. So I was just like, again, like it's a realistic statement that I put down. And I do enjoy how people do take it personally, though. And
how do you feel about being an ableist?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you feel about being an ableist?
I guess I'm just part. I don't know.
How is that? I still don't understand. How is that being an
Because I'm telling them that you have to hike. I'm assuming the ableist part is she's the person who wrote the comment assumes that I'm telling everyone that they have to hike 5 miles.
Well, that's not being ableist. That's just being a personal trainer.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that's just a realistic statement. Like the statement is, you go 5 miles out from a trailhead, you're not going to see anybody. There's not a person or an animal you're going to see. You know what I mean?
What if the art project was like an ableist NFT project? You know, only photos from ableists.
You know the story of Icarus?
That's super troll level. Like that. Look, I mean, I understand. Like, we've all had to go through this period of being pointed out. Like, sometimes maybe our comments and our things aren't inclusive for everybody. But I find it annoying. I find it just slightly annoying when people throw that. Honestly, I find that annoying when people throw around things like that, statements like that.
Yes, I've been called a gross propagandist for making a very, very, very obvious point.
Right, exactly. It's like, as Michael said this many times in the space here. This is not maybe how I feel, but this is not how I personally feel. But let's discuss. You know what I mean? And yeah, and it's again, like I do enjoy the. I should really start hiking spaces. I wonder if people would start showing up. Remember the hiking space?
Space for hikers.
The what?
Space for hikers while they hike.
Well, why don't you go for a hike?
Yes. Oh my God! Do a hike on the spaces. As
That's what I was doing.
And it's just you rugging the whole time.
Yeah, it is.
Can we NFT that?
Yeah, the worst thing is being super quiet, and then you roll up on a bear. Like that is not how you want to start your day. You know what I mean? For
surprised animal is a dangerous animal.
Maybe.
Yeah. Even a deer. Like I've rolled up on a deer before, you know what I mean? And it almost ran me and Gunner over because it had, had little Bambi with him. So it's yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I guess I'm that annoying person who's listening to music, because also I listen to music, to be fair, to drown out my own like breathing, so I don't feel like I'm dying. Because if I hear myself breathing hard, sometimes I'll go into a panic, like, oh my god, you're not breathing enough. You know what I mean? So it helps me pace also out there, and it just helps me just get through it. Yeah, these people don't know what it's like to walk day in day out for like 2 months, 3 months. You know what I mean? And music is part of who we are as human beings as well. Like, this is how we move. If you want to get somebody to move, play music.
Okay,
So
well, no, let's take it from the other side,
mhm.
right? If you're in a kind of a public area and there's families around and you're listening to some really hardcore, very adult themed music, that's the other side extreme, right?
Well, I
Yeah,
think
but I
that
mean,
that goes under like check your surrounding, like really check your surroundings. Like, I mean, I understand that. I guess that's the other side, right? Like, because if I'm okay, yeah, right, okay. Well, I have to be. I may not like it, but I can't start, changing laws about it, right? I
Right,
can't. I
right.
can't. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a, yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. I've many times I've been at campsites here, and a bunch of kids show up with, or even adults, and they're playing music that I don't care for and loud. But that's the chance you're not in the wilderness when you're camping on a campsite. Like, there's another thing that people have to get out of their head. You're not in the fucking wilderness when you're a mile in trailhead. You're just in an area where a whole bunch of people are in the wilderness. Like, it's like, true wilderness is, there's no one out there. Trust me, no one's gonna, like, animals are not caring if you're playing music or not. Yeah, I wouldn't say caring, but I mean, I don't see the damage, I guess, that other people are telling me that I should be seeing. So, noise pollution, I guess. You know, I don't know, but we're humans. We're noisy. What are you gonna do?
I think in trying to be too idealistic, a lot of people are really caught up and fail to see the point of like where that can really lead to their undoing. Like you say, you don't want to roll up on a bear being silent. They're gonna fuck you up. But it's this weird, like, everyone wants to be right, and it's like it's okay to be wrong. But the more harder you try to be right, and the more you start picking fights with people on the internet, not you specifically, obviously, but like other people, it's like the more it's just pathetic. Like, you can disagree without, you know, oh, that's ableist. Like, what? Where does that even come from? I don't know. I mean, I get the whole, like, okay, so if someone has a disability, they can't go for 5 mile walks. Fair enough, but you're not speaking to them. That's not the point of the argument. That's not the point of the tweet.
Exactly. And here's the thing: is that not everything is can be inclusive. There's another reality that a lot of people can't wrap their heads around. Everything is not for everybody, and you can't make it that way either. You can't force it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
It just occurred to me, if this person's thread has other similar engagements from people, and also there's advertisements being put into that thread that were kind of linked to, I don't know, Sony sound, music, something. You know what I mean? Could that be the power of the troll bait advertisement? Get you all
Yeah,
hyped up about
who
something,
even knows what's an ad these days? Like, I live under the assumption that everything is an ad.
right? Kind of have to. And that's part of the troll power, which is really all that's going on, is that you're being trolled with kind of nonsensical shit that strikes to emotion in you, or the whoever, whether it's anybody. And that's the power of
Yeah,
the
and,
troll.
and I really,
Did y'all smoke a bunch of weed this morning or something?
Yeah.
And you're like more than
2 hours
normal?
ago, yeah.
No sleep, lots of green. Let's do it. Let's have a day.
I mean, I was up all night smoking weed and trading too, but god damn. Y'all talking about some real abstract shit.
Man, that's the best way,
well, I
though.
just
That's
woke
the
up
best
and
way.
smoked a joint, so yeah, let's go.
I guess I better roll another joint then.
I wish I could be on that level. I had it a little bit earlier, just completely knocked me on my ass, and I'm like, I might just quit Twitter, right?
That's how I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. I ate it.
Do too, so you don't have to worry about it next time.
Hey, what's up,
Well,
homie?
that's the point, yeah.
Also, hey, Casey, did you check out the photo I put up of my work yesterday? I went to work. Well, I went to work yesterday. Yeah, give me a medal. No, but I took a picture and I of it, and I flipped it around. I don't know if you got a chance to take a look at that picture, because that picture I won't be selling that picture, and I don't know if it would be any
Hold
good.
on. Ooh.
It says it's the touching green one, or I said I touched
Touching green.
green.
Because I got the street light
Yep.
on the wet road.
Okay. Yep.
Not that one, right?
Not that one. Go down. Yeah.
Ooh, touch. Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because we did
Oh, hell yeah.
we were deleafing yesterday, so I was like first I just saw like my,
Yeah.
my my brain works in pictures, so like I was like, holy shit, that's a good picture.
Yeah. That's a super good picture.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
Saving photo. Hello, Wombo. I'm enjoying the AI art threads and spaces, especially when the conversation of is it art? Is it fair? Is it right? I'm a handcraft artist and I'm pissed. I hate it. I'm an AI artist and I love it. That conversation is so charged, so much
It's ridiculous.
passion. Oh yeah.
It's just ridiculous. I stand by this. If I start getting any sort of threats or like hate in my like notifications, I'm just going to take the person's profile picture and run it through stable. I don't give a fuck. I was going to go out of my way to do it, to just start picking fights, but I'm like, no, I'll let it come to me first.
I like to pick fights.
I do too, but I'm trying to restrain myself because it's like, I know it's not worth the time and energy.
Yeah, but man, it is.
I've been doing this internet shit since I was a kid, so I know how fun it is. Don't worry.
I'm like obsessed about finding the perfect way to organize my office. I think it's in its third or fourth iteration now.
Just all like the workflow sort of setup.
It's more of an aesthetics thing. Like, it needs to be visually pleasing to me, or I can't focus.
Oh no, I feel that. I let my room get out of control. My room is also my office, and I just can't do shit. Like I have to do a full clean, get everything nice and neat and aesthetic again, or I'm just fucked.
Yeah. I also like to clean my office while I'm in a position, so I stop looking at it for a while. Because after a while, like, time starts to go backwards. It's like, fuck, okay, all right. That's another candle. That's some sideways shit. We're just been looking at this go sideways for 3 fucking hours. Better do something.
I think it's it's the whole like I used to have to get out of my environment to feel something different because your brain burnt it in like you get too used to what's in your surroundings, so you got to change it up once in a while, or it's just the same shit.
Yeah, I don't like to go outside though, so I'm like that, but the opposite of that. I don't want my surroundings to change, except for in really tiny detail kind of ways. Like, you know what? That bottle of fountain pen ink needs to go slightly to the left.
But I mean, you know how different people set up different rooms for different purposes, when in reality you could do every little thing in just one room.
Yeah,
It's like the point is that like you create a space for your mind to interact with that it's comfortable with, that is, yeah, so you know it supports whatever it is that you're doing. And I think that's part of the whole, like, keeping your office clean. If it's your office space or whatever, then yeah, just keeping it clean and tidy helps to keep the mind decluttered.
for sure. Yeah. It also keeps me from getting depressed. I notice I get depressed when my house is messy. And if I let it go too long, I'll be like too depressed to clean it. And then it's like a problem.
Yeah, same man, same.
It's like I gotta call
Yeah,
somebody and be
say
like,
same.
look,
Same on all of that.
show up with
Yeah.
some cocaine, some weed, and some Red Bull, because my house is a shit show.
It's got a big, like, 5-hour dive on cleaning everything.
Right? Michael. Hey, fucking Brown Jesus, come back.
Jesus. Yes, my
He's a
son.
muse.
How many X's do you think the portfolio did yesterday?
We talking in bums?
Throw a dart.
Uh, uh, no.
No, just percentage.
Just like
Let's see.
in
A
X's.
number that comes to mind is 25.
No, God, that would be great. That would
I'm
be
gonna say
fucking great though.
the first number that came into my head was
Uh,
76, but I think
I
73 is a
always
prime
think
number.
2 to 3 is a really good return,
Three,
especially in options
I
trading.
three and a
So
half X'd the entirety of the portfolio yesterday.
that's good.
So
I've been watching the little pigtails, trying to still think about how does he see that. So
it's so
anyway,
hard to explain too, man. Like, and I want to believe me, I want to.
Well, I mean, you showed
yeah,
me
you
what you
just
were
have to
doing,
work on it, and then one day you'll divulge it.
but I mean, like the first thing I did with Brown, I was like, "Yo,
I'm
I
driving.
want."
I'm going to Mississippi. I got to go fix. I got an electrical breaker that's gone out in a distribution panel in the house, so I got to go fix it.
How's the flooding out there?
Yeah, is it all fucked up?
No, it's just probably the breaker is, failed
Mm.
and it needs to be replaced. It's just,
Is it flooding out there
you know,
though?
oh no, the flooding we addressed. we discovered what happened was the squirrels chew on the pine cones and all that debris from the neighbor's tree get onto the house, then get into the gutters and then into the downspouts.
Mm.
And one of the downspouts was plugged, and that was about 30% of the roof. So in turn, all that water, instead of being directed to where it didn't need to go, and the rain was excessively heavy.
Yeah.
So it puddled and it water finds its way in. So, but we good. Everything's fixed, everything's repaired and cleaned up, so we good to go.
Sweet. What were you saying about the first time you met me, Michael?
Oh, we actually sat down and did the Zoom, remember? And you showed me
He's either
the
napping
composition.
or eating.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
check. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I understood
Or he's
the
on a phone
frame.
call.
Oh, Web3, can you hear me?
Oh, you out of here, bro? You out of here, Oma?
Hello? Check.
I think Oma's leaving.
I can
No,
hear
I'm
you.
not. I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, because like we got Brad
Yeah,
and I.
I'm at a stop sign in Monroe, Louisiana right now. So I was listening to you guys, and there's a zone that get about 30 miles from the house and go through an area of nothing but woods and stuff. And y'all were talking about wilderness and animals, and then all of a sudden, I had no cell coverage at all. So there's still places out there.
You know what I love about animals? Eating them.
Yes.
God, they're fucking delicious. Just running around there being all made of meat. Fuck.
Do you have a bias or just anything?
I'll eat anything that I haven't cuddled yet. But after I cuddle it, somebody else has got to kill that motherfucker. I can't do it. I can watch somebody else cuddle it and then kill the shit out of it, though. No problem.
I remember my steel pan teacher telling me how they had a farm and they raised pigs, and he
Yeah, that's the
remembers
reason
like
why we don't give name. We're not giving names to any of the animals that we get. There'll be numbers, and that's
See, I think I would
you get.
name them after something I'm gonna eat. Like if I like,
That's what one of the guys. That's what one of the guys had. He has pigs, and he called them bacon and something. He had 3 or 4
there
names
you
for the
go,
pigs that he
pulled
had.
pork,
It was
bacon,
hilarious.
rump roast, and
Yeah,
crackling.
yeah,
I'm a real sucker for fucking falling in love with chickens, though. Like,
yeah.
if a chicken will let me pick it up and hold it and pet it, I'll never eat that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll die for that chicken.
Yeah, you know what's
uh,
fucked up? You guys
yeah.
ever eat chicken wings?
Of
Like
course,
you just get a
Any
big
what?
stack of wings.
of course.
You guys ever just get a big stack of chicken wings, like 20 wings or something like that? And you're just sitting there thinking like, fuck, I could kill like 10 birds, eh?
I've literally never had that thought. I've only ever had the thought, I wish chickens could grow more wings.
actually, be a little more meatier.
Right? We went to Costco.
Uh,
We went to Costco last night and got a rotisserie chicken. And like on the way back from getting the fucking chicken, I was like, look, why can't chickens have 6 legs? Because really, I just want the fucking drumsticks and the skin.
The skin mainly, right?
Oh, God, it's so goddamn good. That's why I'm fat. Well, that and they haven't metaversed up some fucking glasses where I can look at Bitcoin while I jog. The fucking day that happens, though, watch out. I'm gonna get in hella good shape. I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'll never exercise. I'm lying. Somebody else better fucking talk or I'm gonna keep talking. Y'all don't want that.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck off, mate.
I just want to be surprised again.
Mm. This fucking joint will not light. What the fuck is going on?
Fuck you guys, the infinite supply of weed.
Mm. Don't live on fucking Criminal Island, bro. You'd think you'd have more weed, considering how many criminals you have.
Do you know how fucking expensive it is here?
No, I
How much do you guys pay
no
for
idea.
like a quarter ounce?
Oh, dude, you do not want me to answer that question.
I do want you to answer that question. I want to make my point.
You're gonna be really upset. Remember, I live in Portland, Oregon. It's like the second place to legalize weed, but like I usually pay $30 to $40 for an ounce of like middle shelf.
For an ounce,
Yeah.
$30 to $40 US an ounce. So that's like what, $50 Australian or something like that, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Last quarter I bought was $120 Australian, so that's what, probably like 90 American. That's
What?
fucking expensive here, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude. Australia has really fucking mean weed laws, for real. Like,
Dude, it's
Yeah, but
stupidity. You know what the fuck thing is? in Canberra, the capital city in the Australian Capital Territory, they have legalized people growing plants, so you can have up to like 2 plants or whatever it is
Nice.
legally for personal use, right? But it's illegal to buy and sell. It's illegal to trade the seeds. So how the fuck are these people getting these plants legally? It's fucking retarded law. Like, I don't like using that word, but it is absolutely bullshit.
Yep.
The rest of the country, we're still fucked. They're like, they don't give a fuck about the rest of us.
But wait, hey Peter, isn't there a town all the way in the north, kind of in the middle?
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, right. Isn't that the town where you go? It's like It's like the weed town.
I think it's was it Bumbin or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, yeah, they go
I'm
there
gonna
and
go to
it's
the
like
map, and I'm gonna go to the map, and I'll find it because I'm really good at like the map thing. Let me. Yeah, no, because a friend of mine, she's like half Australian. She went there. She's telling me she was living there, and she's telling me all about it. And I was like, oh, okay, there is a
the
place.
town basically don't give a fuck about the federal laws at all. So all the cops and everyone there are just like, yep, all right. But like, so people go there for like this big weed festival and everything because they literally just sell it in stores there because they're just like, no, this is bullshit. We're just doing this thing as it
Fuck
is.
the law,
And
mate.
you know, who can stop them? Who can stop them? That's the thing. Who can stop them? Unless the federal police from like other like jurisdictions come in, which they can't.
Yeah,
they sort of figured it out. The thing is, people go there for these festivals, and then they start leaving. They drive out, and like the cops are just sitting
Just
outside
picking
like
them
that
off.
jurisdiction, just waiting to pick people up.
Dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, the pricks, man.
They smoked too much weed before they left. That's the problem.
It's fucking 2022. Like, come on, seriously, how is this shit still illegal?
The rest of the world is crazy about the about marijuana too, though. I mean, when you
So
really
they
look
should
at
be.
other people's laws, yeah, they're highly against it. No, is it Thailand just made it legal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you know, it's
I think so.
fucking
They have
fucked
a
up.
whole
You
damn
can legally
mascot and
fuck a
everything.
teenage fucking boy dressed as a girl in Thailand, but you can't smoke a joint.
No, they legalized it there now. I think in Thailand. Which is pretty full on.
Did they make it
But
illegal to have sex with children there? 'Cause that'd be...
it's Thailand. No.
No, okay. Yeah,
No, of course not.
of course not. And Thailand's over there like, look, guys, it's not legal.
Now I'm rethinking every time, you know, your friends tell you, oh, I'm going to Bali for a honeymoon. Oh, really?
Really?
A
Bro,
honeymoon, you know?
Bali is not Thailand.
Yeah, Bali's Indonesia, Michael.
It's all, look, I'm in North
They're
America.
even
It's all the
fucking
same
worse,
shit.
though.
Look,
It's
Asia,
the same shit.
everywhere in Asia
Australia,
is
New
China.
Zealand. Yeah, yeah. Everything not in this hemisphere is Russia or China. We're about to be Russia or China.
If you get caught with drugs in Indonesia, you're fucked.
fucking
Like you're going to
dead.
jail and possibly dead. Yeah.
Yo, so speaking about that, have you saw that basketball player that's incarcerated right now? Did we end up trading Nicolas Cage, the Russian Nicolas Cage, for that lady?
Wait, what the fuck are you
I don't
talking
know.
about?
I don't think so. I think she's still over there, right?
So, Genesis, there's this basketball player. Her last name is Griner, I believe, and I think they found some. They found some a cartridge.
I remember hearing about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and they wanted us to trade the Russian Nicolas Cage of weapons trading for her, and I don't think that went too well.
Well, you wanna fucking trade a weapons dealer for a fucking women's basketball player? Get the fuck out of here, you lopsided fucking trading
Pretty cool, though.
motherfucker. A women's basketball player is worth $40 maximum.
That is how a lot of people felt.
Look, you know what? Just keep the bitch.
The views of Genesis do not necessarily represent those of the Syndicate.
Look, if you're
But you
dumb
understand.
enough to fucking take drugs into Russia during a fucking war, like, that's some real extra fucking dumb shit. And I'm...
Yeah, but I don't even honestly like. This is gonna sound strange, and I got yelled at work for saying this. But like a lot of times, I don't trust that they did find it. I don't trust what they found.
Oh,
Honestly, I don't. Not at this time, and not right now. They just grabbed her and told her that she had this. I guarantee you.
Listen,
Yeah, I
tall
mean that
black
does happen.
woman,
That
we
does
take you
happen.
now. We search your bag. We definitely found weed in your bag. You come with us, tall black woman. We make a right in the Huskow.
Because professional athletes, like, they're not prone to fuck ups. Like I mean, if you know you're going to another country, like, why would you personally sneak something in? It just makes zero sense to me. I really don't think that she had that it was that I don't think it's a legit charge.
Yeah, I think someone in that position wouldn't make that mistake, but who
No,
knows?
they wouldn't. They really wouldn't, because they had literally have everything on the line. You know what I mean? Everything.
You know, found out about Bernie Madoff too.
Yeah, there are some just dumb people out there. I mean, dumb and like, as if they're not intelligent, but just
You
like
mean
they
like
make dumb moves,
sort of like people who
like
make a
really dumb
career out
moves,
of women's
like me.
basketball?
And then also, you could have had the situation where she'd been able to travel with it many other locations and never have that concern. And then that one time she travels and she doesn't really realize, because she'd been comfortable traveling with it before, it becomes absent from mind. And, it may have been just a
Well,
simple mistake on her part.
There's
You know
not
it
a
what I
makes
mean?
there's not a
it
black person in the world who forgets that they can go to jail.
There you go.
Well, let me ask you this though: who would you exchange a Russian military weapons dealer for?
I mean, who else do they have other than her?
No, I'm just saying, like, is there a person you can think of? Be like, yo, you know what? If they had Eminem, for example, be like, all right,
Fuck
fine,
that shit.
Eminem.
Keep that
Yeah,
motherfucker. I'm so
no,
tired of his
okay,
shit.
so yeah, Eminem's the worst. So, who else? What about?
If they had Dolly Parton,
All
Okay,
right.
that's a good
Yeah, we
point.
got to
Dolly
get her
Parton is
back.
a national
She's a
treasure.
national
Yeah,
treasure. Yeah.
an American
that's like she's like an American eagle embodied in a woman.
Celine Dion, we'd have to we got to get her back.
Yes,
Wait,
yeah, Celine Dion.
no, isn't she Canadian?
Yeah, but so are we. Just saying.
The Canadians wash the sins of the United States. That's how we partner as a continent.
mm. Mm.
Boom.
You know that guy that fucking shot Bin Laden?
Yeah.
We got to get him back if he was there. Feel like that guy's probably useful. If not,
Bin Laden sounds like a Tupperware.
he really
I still
does.
don't know if I buy that. So what? They went in there, they shot him, they killed all these fucking people, and they just dumped his body in the ocean.
Yeah, duh.
Why would you do that?
I don't
Wouldn't you
know.
take it as a
Why would
trophy?
you pretend to kill a terrorist? I mean, never mind. I didn't say that.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you take Bin Laden as a fucking trophy? Like, if you were the one to shoot him, wouldn't you be like, no,
I'd
bro,
cut
I'm
his dick
taking this?
off and put it on a necklace, bro. I'd be wearing Bin Laden dick every day. I'd bronze that motherfucker.
No, so as
Tracy
an NFT, you know?
Tracy Morgan had that joke about how there, if Michael Jackson ever tried to do something with him, he'd brag to his friends. He'd be like, "Hey, what'd you do? I fucked Michael Jackson. What'd you do? You what? That's right. I had sex with the king of pop. What'd you do yesterday?"
Same. Same as fuck, bro.
And he's like,
When I was
"Nah,
a
you
kid,
probably
I
had
loved
sex with
Michael Jackson.
Tito."
When I was a kid, I loved him so much, I'd ask him if he wanted it. Do you want me to touch it? I don't know. Will you sing Thriller again?
Are you saying that Thriller is actually Thrill Him?
Oh, man. That one even made me feel bad. Last time I checked, I only have 3 emotions left. Fuck, now it's only 2.
Man, I am going to apply some self-discipline and close this space. I still would like to keep talking to you, but you know, sometimes you feel like as a host that you have some sort of responsibility, and you know, who wants responsibility, right?
Fucking
Fuck
that
that.
shit's fucking gay, bro.
Yeah, fuck that.
Shit's the worst.
What's the first rule? Fuck books. What's the second rule? Fuck work. What's the third rule? Where do we leave the car?
The fourth rule: create NFTs.
Question mark
Well,
profit.
we one thing that I've really taken from the past 48 hours is NFTs being a fourth industrial Tupperware party, and I can't shake that image from my head.
Interesting. Is this in reference to the whitest lady in the world that came in here the other day?
I mean, yesterday there was someone who, and he was like the sweetest guy ever. He was part of an NFT project, and I asked him to tell us about it. And he really emphasized the connection, the emotional connection that he had with the community. And he said that people invest in communities that invest in them. And that really stuck with me.
Indeed. I'm still not gonna buy fucking NFTs though.
Oh, yeah. I think Mel came up with the point. He was like, can't you have the community without buying a piece of shit? And that's where we stuck a pin in it.
Like, I don't have any fucking problem with the concept. Like, I'll buy an NFT, but like, I'm not gonna buy an NFT thinking it's an investment. No, it's a fucking baseball card. Like, and I bought it because I thought it was pretty. Like, let's not fucking lie to ourselves.
Yeah, like I want to buy the NFTs of some of my favorite artists, but like it's just still just prohibitive because it's like
But-
I gotta have the money, I gotta have the Ethereum or whatever there already. By the time they drop it, then like by the time I get it into my account, because I'm like, oh, I want to buy that just for the sake of supporting them. It's already gone up in price, and I'm like, all right, fuck that.
I don't at all buy ETH NFTs. It's just I fucking hate Ethereum, so it's like.
But did you ever like buy
That's fair,
baseball
though, man.
cards? You ever buy baseball cards and then hope? I remember getting a Darren Erstad baseball card and it had a diamond in it. And I was like, man, I wish this guy would play better.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, I mean, I collected baseball cards, and then I got into collectible card games like Star Trek and Star Wars and Magic and shit like that.
That's how I got into comic book art. Is I went from buying baseball cards to buying Marvel, and the artwork was amazing. Then I started like looking up Todd McFarlane, and you know, with the bulgy eyes on the Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, fucking close the space, I guess. Give me a fucking call later, and I'll tell you exactly how much money is there.
I'm gonna call you as soon as we end this.
Okay. Well, now everyone's gonna be jealous. Especially,
you'd like to join the call, send me a DM.
Especially fucking Peter, because dude, honestly, like he might be like one of 5 cool dudes in Australia.
We need to create a WhatsApp group that mimics the people in the. Yeah, let's do that.
Sure, do things with stuff.
Do things. Connections, everyone. Connections.
I like you change your thing. I like it. I just want to say that before the space closed.
What?
She changed her PFP.
Who did?
Oh, thanks.
Sandra. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a locksmith coming over because the door of my apartment is all messed up. I have no idea why. So I'm like kind of moving things around so he's got enough room. So sorry if I'm not responsive.
That's okay. I'm very rarely responsive anyway.
Well, that's true, but I love you, so.
I love you too, Sandra.
Be careful out there, Brad.
We're gonna have little New Jersey babies together.
Oh, will they be skanky?
Oh God, they're gonna go to the shore. They're gonna gym tan laundry. That's it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Just don't pick a dry town if you feeling like a drink.
My kids are all degenerates. They're just gonna go to jail.
Oh, don't say that. There's a good chance they'll either go to jail or save the world or both. You never know.
50-50.
That's not bad. That's pretty good odds.
All right, I'll see everybody later. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.